Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to the Monday night edition of the Good Golly Miss Holly Show. Tonight, we welcome our dear friend, and highly respected dream expert, Marin. If you have a dream you want to know the meaning of, please give us a call at 516-387-1921. All readings and interpretations are for entertainment purposes only. Please, no questions on legal, health, or pregnancy issues. Give us a call at 516-387-1921. Marin and Miss Holly are looking forward to speaking with you. Now, here is your sassy, southern and psychic host, Miss Holly.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Dream Talk with Miss Holly and Marin. Marin, are you there,
Hello.
Honey?
Yes, hello. Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
You're
Looking
welcome.
forward to this.
Oh, me too, honey. I tell you what. So, everybody, this is Marin, and Marin is a member of the International Association for the Study of Dreams, and is also an avid dreamer, and she's got a lot of experience with interpreting dreams. So tonight's show is all about interpreting dreams. So if you have a dream that you would like to have interpreted, the number to call is 516-387-1921. That number again is 516-387-1921. Marin, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do and any type of reoccurring themes that you've noticed lately with all the stuff that's going on today?
Okay, great. Thank you. Well, there's a lot of, the dreams that I've heard lately are from people who are experiencing war. Believe it or not, war-like dreams, attacking and defending. And so the dreams are kind of shifting from the COVID, where there's hidden bugs and hidden things. And it's kind of going to, people are in a war-like situation. But, it's collective. Just what's going on in our times. But what the emphasis has been about is keeping a dream journal. And so I would like to encourage everyone to keep a dream journal by your bed. You can jot down as soon as you wake up, it doesn't have to be neat. It doesn't have to be spelled correctly. You can just scribble out whatever the dream image is, and then after a while you can start to rework it and put that story together and see what unfolds, see what comes forward. Dreams have a lot to offer, and there's also a lot of medicine. There's a lot of guidance. Even the scary dreams can be really helpful. So I'm here to ask questions, and I'm here to help you find the message in your dream. I'm here to help you discover who your guide is, who your medicine person is, or medicine image, and just to help you maybe find that aha moment. Not all dreams will have that, but I just love talking about dreams.
Well, we are so glad to.
Thank you. One last thing.
Sure.
Geez, oh my gosh. When you call and you're please have a dream snippet. For time purposes, we can work on a dream part, a little snippet, and if you can provide as much information about that particular snippet, and that way it helps me to know what direction to go in. So to help you. So hey, here we go.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much, Marin. And I do want to say, one of our friends Marin is also on my Psychic Connection with a friend of mine named Journey Ryan. And that's on Thursday nights on Facebook at, 10 o'clock Thursdays, Marin? Is that when that is?
Yes.
So
right.
if you don't
right.
get answered tonight, go to my Psychic Connection and Journey's show on Thursday, and you can talk to her again there. But the reason I brought that up was because a lot of people who are younger than Marin and I are use electron, which we're not going to go there, but
okay.
So anyway, so they use electronic dream journals, and they basically keep their phones by their bed and just record talking. They talk into their phone and record, make a message type thing, at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't think I could listen to myself at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm much better off writing stuff, but there are a lot of people who do like to record, into your phone as well, which is a great option too, when journaling dreams. So, okay, let's go ahead and go with our first caller. Hello, you're on Dream Talk with Miss Holly and Marin. How are you this evening? Hello?
Hello.
Anybody there? Hello? Anybody there?
I hear some background.
I do. You're on the air with Dream Talk with Miss Holly and Marin. Okay, so I guess they're off, they're not listening, so we're just going to go ahead and, if they have a question, they can come back. So we don't have any callers at the moment. That's okay. So, Marin, you were talking about war dreams. Do you think it has anything to do with what's going on with the election and the Capitol and the whole shebang without getting political?
Yeah, like I said, it's they're collective dreams. And what that means is it's not specific to you personally. It's kind of whatever goes on. I mean, there could be a volcano erupting, or there could be whatever major issue is going on in the world. Then we tend to dream collectively. We tend to dream together. And as the example with the coronavirus, there were many dreams of little bugs, unseen, dreams from first responders or essential workers where they're trying to help, but they risk being infected, and then they are, but they can't run away because they want to be of service. So the dreams lately are, kind of chaotic. What should I do now? Trying to survive a war-like situation. And, so it doesn't really matter what the personal issues are. It just kind of speaks to the general environment. I just wanted to mention things about nightmare type of dreams. And they're very scary. They're absolutely terribly, terribly scary.
Yes, they are.
And so, if I can just say, when you wake up and you're terrified, or when you kind of are forcing yourself to wake up, if it's a recurring dream, if you're going to have it the next night or the next night, try and stay with it. I know that that's easier said than done, but I can give you an example of a dream that I recently heard. It was a person who had a dream of this dark figure chasing, and she knew she was going to be murdered. I mean, there was just no doubt about it. this dark figure was going to murder and terribly beat up the dreamer. So finally, the dreamer was able to stop running, turn around, and say, "Why are you chasing me?" And, you kind of have to be a little more lucid for that in order to stop, turn around, and confront whatever that nightmarish type of figure is presenting, how they're presenting themselves. So this dark figure said, well, it kind of shrunk down sizes, and it said, well, because you need me, I'm your fear. And so the aha moment was, oh, I'm the one that I have this fear. And so I'm the one chasing me, or I'm having the fear chase me. So when I turn around and confront the fear, it's like, oh, I guess I don't need you. So that's kind of, a bit of medicine that scary dreams can provide in waking life. Whatever the situation was whatever was going on in waking life, the dreamer was able to say, wait a minute, I'm causing my own anxiety. I'm causing my own fear. And maybe if I stop and look at it, confront it, and deal with it, then you find that it's actually easy to deal with, or not easy, but at least it's doable.
Yeah. Awesome.
So that's the story on,
So can you get into the whole collective dreaming scenario and explain a little bit about that, what that is and how that works? Because a lot of people are not familiar with that at all.
Well, like I mentioned, it's when there is a major event, and it's kind of that. It's now in your inner psyche. Now it's on everyone's mind. We have so many ways of connecting with the news, with radio, with the newspaper, with the internet, that now it's on everyone's mind. And, so people have these dreams. And so, for example, if you're in a dream class, if you're with a dream group, then, people bring their dream to class or to group. And if you're in a dream group, may I say it has to be one that is experienced and respectful. And then, people start to share their dreams, and they find that, oh, wait a minute, my dream is the same theme as yours. And then another person, oh, wow, my dream is the same as yours. Or there's some kind of connection with strangers, people that you don't really hang out with, but you find in a group you have that same theme. So that's kind of what I mean by collective. It's everyone is kind of, it's on their mind, whatever the information was brought on in their waking life. And the wonderful thing about dream groups is you can discuss it and find the medicine in these dreams. You can possibly turn around the events in the dream. You can find a solution. You can work it out, But especially, if you're not part of a dream group, in your journal, you can write it out, then go back into the dream imagery and reimagine and kind of work out a solution. So, for example, a dream I heard recently, a person was in a war-like situation in a country they've never been in, and they were being chased by dark figures or strange figures, not necessarily dark, but dark or light, but they had a gun. And so they're being chased, and the dreamer just said, okay, that's enough. That is enough. So they turned around, grabbed the gun from whatever the figure was, and they started beating up the gun. So that was a wonderful way of working out this kind of warlike, dangerous situation, but beating up the gun, not necessarily the people, but the item that causes damage, which in this case happened to be a gun. So I thought that was a beautiful way of working that dream.
Yeah, that's a wonderful way of working that dream. I find it interesting that people, because I'm all about we're all connected. Everybody's connected to each other. And during this pandemic situation, people feel very, very disconnected because they're not being able to socialize, in person, and they're not being able to have that contact. But I find it interesting that this is just another piece of evidence that we are all connected, even though we are not physically touching. And
absolutely.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I don't know if you remember this or not, but we're going to go with it and see. Do you remember a long, long time ago in a different universe when I had that retreat at my house in California, and Tricia and Connie and Deborah and you were there, and we did that meditation all together? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I need to be reminded a little bit more.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I also teach classes and do seminars and things like that. And many years ago, Marin and some of my other students all came over to my house when I was living in California. And one of the things that we did was we all meditated. We did a guided meditation together while holding hands. And we all,
yes.
You remember?
Yes, I do. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Yes.
So
we all were basically in the same place.
Yes. And we were all.
When we came, when we came out of our meditation, and we were starting to describe where we went, it blew my mind. We were all basically in the same general area. Oh, my God, yes.
Yes, this was a long time ago. And we all were flying. You remember that?
Yes.
We were all flying. And we all saw an airplane. You remember that?
Yes, yes. Oh, my goodness.
And we all saw an airplane go down. You remember that?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
that was,
That was creepy. So
yeah,
the rules when we do these type of seminars and things like that is cell phones are turned off, television is turned off, no interference during the classes. So we all stayed up way too late, drank wine and ate cheese and giggled and braided each other's hair until 2:00 in the morning. And we get up the next morning, and I think it was you that figured it out first that a plane had crashed when we were doing this thing, and all five of us had seen it. You remember?
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, that was some time back. Or was it the space shuttle, or was it the plane?
No, it was a plane. It was a plane.
It was a plane. Oh, my God.
Yeah. And so we all sat around and looked at each other and freaked each other out.
Yeah. And I shouldn't be surprised, but it still amazes me every time, just how, the invisible world is there. And like you mentioned, yes, we are very connected.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, and people from all different places around the world will have similar experiences on the dream plane or in a meditation plane. And when they start comparing stories, it's interesting. I know that you've had this experience. They'll start finishing each other's sentences and, oh yeah, it was like this, and oh yeah, it was like that. And these people have never met.
Yes.
I find that just
right.
fascinating stuff. Just fascinating stuff. But when you're doing interpreting of dreams, you seem to have, I know when I do readings, you seem to have a common theme. Everybody's having dreams about a particular thing, like war, or for me recently, it's been, I worked Friday and everybody was asking me about their spiritual gifts, which is, of course, my favorite thing to talk about, but nobody really ever asks that. So have you noticed that more and more that people are starting to dream about that type of thing?
Oh, my gosh. It's interesting that you would bring this up because, yes, I did get a question. All righty. And you are over there and I'm way over here. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Yes, I did get that question. And the person said that they understood that there was a gift, but they just didn't know what it was. And there have been dreams about this gift, but the dreams were so fuzzy and so vague, and they weren't very clear. And so as a dream listener, I couldn't really help with the dream images. But what I could say is, that it was interesting that was brought up at this particular time, because I'm wondering if the spirit world was saying, hey, you have a gift. Maybe you need, some help with this. Maybe there's someone that could open up that world for you, because we all need guidance. And we need to select the right guide. And so, what I encouraged was actually a meditation before sleep, and, have that dream journal, whatever it is, recorder, paper and pencil, whatever, to have it by the bed. And if just a little fleeting image popped up, write it down, because the gift is there. It's there. It's waiting to be revealed. It's waiting to have you knock on the door. And, it's already there. What am I trying to say? It's already there, and it's just waiting for you to open up to it in a very gentle way, in a very slow way, because I always think that if a gift comes to you and you're slapped in the face with it, that's pretty scary. That's kind of like the Harry Potter. It's like, oh, I'm not a wizard. What are you talking about? But if this gift comes to you gently and slowly, and maybe through mentors, through guides, then, you won't resist. And then you'll say, oh, I see. Thank you very much.
I didn't have that happen to me, Marin. And neither did you. You didn't have that happen to you.
No, I didn't.
And neither did I.
I was slapped in the face. Okay.
Yes.
So
slapped in the face and beat to a pulp.
So do we have time for me to tell you how I got my gift?
Of course. Please
okay.
do.
So this is how I was given my gift. My dreams were about being chased, running down mazes, People were after me, and these dreams were reoccurring, and I would manage to escape. And every now and then there would be a dream figure saying, there she is, and they almost catch me, but I managed to escape. So in waking life, I had this feeling about dreams. I had this feeling about being able to connect to the invisible world. And my generation, which is eons ago, thousands of years ago, we really did not talk about dreams. We didn't, there was really no research about it. And if you talked about a dream, you were told, oh, it's just a dream. It's nothing. And so I wouldn't share my dreams, and I'd get kind of a feeling, but I wouldn't talk about that either. So again, at night, I would dream, being chased. Finally, a dream figure catches me and says, there you are, and shoots me with a gun. And I died.
Wow.
And it's kind of like, I woke up, and it was just awful. I just couldn't, but, I knew what it was. It was the dream self, the dream world saying, you got to die to your waking self of denying your gift. Die to that and wake up to your gift. And so, this is many years ago, but I just tried to practice it a little bit more, and finally acknowledged it, and those dreams no longer come to me. Those dreams are gone. So what is the advice? Do as I say, or do as I say, or not as I do. I don't think one has to die, so dramatically. I guess what I'm trying to say is just listen. Just listen carefully, and try and be as open-minded as possible.
Okay.
And it will come to you. Yeah.
Well, we have a caller. You ready?
Wonderful.
Yay! Okay. Hello, you're on Dream Talk with Miss Holly and Marin. How are you?
Hey, guys. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Hi.
How are y'all?
Good. I love your show. Love you guys.
Thank you. Do you have a dream that you want interpreted?
I don't know if you call it a dream or not. I'm not sure. It's like, how do I say it? Like a spiritual connection, communication. Does that make sense?
That works for us. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. It's okay.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out, they're alive, but I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to say, because I know, like, as soon as that started, I knew exactly who was trying to talk to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't know what he was trying to say. And I'm asking, what are you trying to say, and it wasn't coming in.
Why didn't you tell us what happened?
What was that?
Why don't you tell us what happened so we can...
It's like I was awake, and I was trying to go back to sleep, and then they were coming in, like, they pretty much, like, I'm not sure if I'm thinking of them or they're thinking of me or vice versa, or because I don't know how that, if I'm thinking of them or whatever. And it's like he's trying to make it better communicate with me, more clear, and what they want, or if that makes sense.
I'm gonna try and help you kind of break it down. Who are they? When you say they,
a friend of mine. We know each other for a long, long time. He knows me since I was very little.
Okay, so they is a he.
Yes.
And is this person still alive?
Yes. He's in one country and I'm in another.
I'm sorry?
He's in one country, I'm in another.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
we basically have if we just look at each other's eyes, we pretty much know what we're trying to say or what we're thinking.
Okay.
Communication while we're in person.
You're in a different environment. So this happens at night.
Like early morning, about 5.
Okay.
5, 6.
And
so it's 11 or 12 there.
And does this happen in your bedroom?
Yes. Where I'm sleeping.
So it's happening in a quiet and safe place. Do you feel safe when this feeling happens or when this happens? Do you feel safe? How do you feel when it happens?
I do feel safe. It's like I'm at a point with him, like I'm getting irritated with him because he's not communicating with me. So it's like, what the heck do you want? Why you keep coming around me, like protecting me and stuff like that. So he's trying to, how do you say, like send somebody to see if I'm faithful and stuff like that when I'm here.
Okay,
so I feel safe with him.
Okay, but then you mentioned that he's trying to send somebody to see if you're there. So is that the they? It's he and another.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
okay.
So that's the they. And so, if you were to take out your kind of headspace, your thinking that you're irritated or, that whatever, if that's kind of getting out of your own head, out of your own ego, what do you think that message is? What do you think the message is that's trying to come through? If you take out the irritation, if you take out what you are thinking, what do you feel? What do you sense about the message that's coming in?
If I'm not mistaken, if it's hard to read myself, I guess he's trying to make it better, trying to apologize not in a strange way, like in a weird way, like find a way of apologizing, I guess, if that makes sense.
Well, I would wonder, because I think, I don't know, Holly, if you want to say anything, but what I'm sensing is a resistance on your part. And so now I'm wondering if you were to turn off yourself and kind of get into the essence of that message and kind of sense it from his point of view or sense it from his own essence. What does that feel like? Does that feel sad? I mean, I don't want to put words into the witness, but does it feel sad? Does it feel desperate? Does it feel loving? Does it feel angry? I guess what I'm trying to do is help you to discover what that message is by placing yourself in that invisible space, in that invisible message space, and to really fully realize what the message could be.
Got it. Oh, like in his shoes, basically. How do you do that?
Yeah. What is the so? What I would suggest is, I'm such a big fan of writing. I mean, when that feeling happens, when you're sensing something, try and remove yourself. And, okay, so how could I put this? If you were to, may I ask, do you have children? Or do you
Not
have
yet. I want one.
do you have any animals, like a cat, a dog?
Yes, cat.
Okay, you have a cat. So, cats are really hard to communicate with, but if your cat came up to you and it was trying to say something to you, you would take yourself out of, what is this cat trying to tell me? What am I trying, what are they trying to tell me? So you're kind of going into the cat's body. Go into the cat's body and oh gosh, my paw, or oh, I'm hungry. Just kind of sensing what the other is feeling. Did that help a little bit?
Yeah. So walk out
because
and looking in.
Kind of, yeah, putting yourself aside, your own ego, your own, this is irritating, I don't know what this is all about. Put all that aside and try and sense, okay, what is that person trying to communicate? And then I have a feeling that message will get a little clearer.
Okay.
If that helps.
Yeah. It seems to me that you're not wanting to, that you're aggravated that this is even happening. And so go ahead.
I was agreeing with you.
So you have to kind of get past that, because that's stopping you from seeing what's unfolding in front of you. So I like what Marin said about the cat. Marin and I have worked with, I've worked with Marin for a number of years, and she is very, very good at helping you kind of drill down to what the dream is about. You may not even know. Okay. But in this particular situation, I think that what I keep seeing is like a pop-up book. Do you know what a pop-up book is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So I'm a big fan of vintage pop-up books, but some of them are very, very ornate and very, very beautiful. But people tend to rush through them to get to the next pop-up, or to get to the end, to see them all quickly, and miss the art form and all the details of the book because they are so quick to see what's next. Okay? You're kind of wanting to get over this, and so you're kind of rushing it and pushing it to the side instead of really just relaxing, sitting back, and taking a look at it. Okay? And it has many, many layers, and so it's going to take some time. But explore it like you would a new land, or like you would a new land, or where you're going like on vacation or something, and you're looking at all the details and everything because you're really fascinated with it, and that the message will allow you to hear the message better that way. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So, but don't be aggravated about it. I can tell you right now, it's not an intrusive situation.
Right.
I know it feels that way, but it really isn't, and it's not from whom you think it is. Okay, this is a bigger picture situation. This is a situation where the universe is trying to tell you something. You're personalizing it and to make yourself understand it a little better. But it's a bigger thing than you can say, because this has to do with what direction you need to go in life. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Is there anything else that we can do for you today?
think that's it.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling in, and make sure you like the show. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Well, that was interesting.
So that was spot on. I mean, there's a resistance there, and and we were just talking about being open-minded. And again, the first question I ask is the safety. Did she feel safe? And it's a bit of a psychic question as well. Thanks for being spot on about that. I mean, that's definitely what I was picking up as well.
Yeah, you're always so good about asking if people are safe. I don't think that word's in my vocabulary. Yeah. Do you feel safe? Do you feel comfortable? I don't think I've ever asked anybody that before. I probably should, but especially since that's what I do.
This is the balance. This is the balance with you and I.
yes, because Holly doesn't ask that question ever. And I was listening to you go, wow, look at how calming and caring and she's pulling this out of, it's just so beautiful. And I'm like going, okay, so so I need you, Marin. I need to learn from you so I can be nicer to people.
This is wonderful. Thank you for that caller. That was really nice.
Oh yes, that was nice. If you do have a dream, this is I think the first time that we've done the dreams on this show. I think so. This is the first time we're doing this. This is going to be every Monday, guys. So if you have a dream, call us on Mondays. It's 516-387-1921, and Marin and I will be here. And well, now that I have you on the air, I can ask you about my dream. So
okay,
so let's not drop any bombs on the show. Well, let's try.
All righty. We'll have our safe word, or.
Oh, that brings up so many other images that I really don't need to think about right now. So every time I think of safe word, I think of that horrible book series. What is it, 50 Shades of Stupidity or whatever it is.
Oh,
anyway.
No, not quite. Okay. Let's pick a different word. Okay.
Bad Holly. Okay. So I had a dream. I've been having this dream. And you remember, well, I guess I better go back. So, for those of you who don't know, I've been having this dream about this 6-sided room that's made out of wood, and it's kind of got one of these sunken living room thingies in it. And there are these people in it that I don't know what they are. So, anyway, but there was a stone or something. Anyway, so Marin, when I was working with Marin recently, she says, well, go into the stone and look at the book. So the book actually came out of the stone, Marin.
Oh, it did.
And found me.
Okay.
So, and it's this great big huge book, and it's got, it's old, it's got crinkly pages, and it smells musty, and of course I love it. And but the thing about it is that I'm carrying, this book kind of lands at my feet.
Uh-huh.
And nobody seems to notice that the book is there except me.
Okay.
And I keep trying to get people to help me pick it up. And everybody doesn't even, they keep looking at me like going, pick up what? Pick up what? So I just keep running around trying to find somebody to help me pick up this book.
Okay.
Go.
And that's your dream snippet. Okay.
Yeah.
So I am thrilled that the book has come out of the stone. The book is large, and it's old, and it's musty. and it lands at your feet.
Yep.
So when I think of feet, I think of taking a step. I think of that proverb where, you take one step and it's going towards 1,000 steps. Or to go 1,000 steps, you have to step one time.
Yeah.
Something like that.
A journey of 1,000 steps starts with.
Thank you very much. Okay. So the fact that it lands at your feet, it's starting from the beginning. It's starting, this is what has landed. Now, can I ask what color is the book? What color is the cover?
The binding?
Yeah.
It's blue, leathery binding.
Blue leather binding. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's got these old straps on it that are like brown.
It has straps going which direction?
Yes. To lock it. It has two straps
to lock it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a book of purity
Marin.
and truth.
Marin.
Yes?
Let's take this offline because we have 2 new callers. So let's get, because I can talk to you anytime. Okay? So
sure.
I will give up my time and we will talk at this in depth later.
My pleasure.
So,
sure.
Okay. So you're on Dream Talk with Holly and Marin.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Oh, fine, thanks.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. My name is Maribel. I'm calling from New York.
Pardon me, sweet pea?
I'm calling from New York. My name is Maribel.
Oh, hi. Okay, great. Did you did you have a dream that you wanted to talk to Marin about?
Well, I think the last dream, I don't remember my dreams, that's the thing.
Okay. So, did you have a question about dreaming, or?
I guess not particularly about dreams.
Okay. Did you call for a reading, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you to call back on Wednesday? And I will be happy to talk to you then about that. Is that all right?
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Hello, you're on Dream Talk with Marin and Holly.
Hi, thanks for taking my call. My name is Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
And I'm calling in from Rhode Island. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Carrie.
I wish I caught most of your show. Something led me to Blog Talk. I come in and out, infrequently, so I'm a first-time listener. But I didn't catch, before I called in, I did not catch the beginning of your show. The title caught my eye because I also am someone who does not remember my dreams, but I remembered my dream last night. And I woke up this morning feeling, just feeling a little like, how do I feel about this? So I appreciate you taking my call.
Oh, we're glad to help you. Go right ahead.
Well, I'm going through a transition. I've been in a relationship for quite some time, and, for lack of a better term, it's been a pretty abusive relationship. We're selling property that's joint owned. We were never married. That's the backstory. I previously was in a relationship with someone 10 years ago, kind of lightheartedly, was not serious, not on this level. I mean, I'm 35 now, if that gives you some sort of, understanding of my age at the time, and it was brief. And we reconnected a few months ago, but on a friendship basis, and he's been there, but not really consistently. Just feeling as though maybe, just a person to be there for, like we crossed paths. He lives in another state, but he has family where I live. And my dream was about him, and I remember it. I mean, I know what he was wearing. It was on a boat. It was just crazy because, I was trying to make sense of it. And, I'm not trying to jump from one relationship to another in any way, shape, or form. I'm also feeling a little vulnerable for him knowing some things. When I dated him in the past, he may have given off that energy of non-committal. I just don't know why he was in my dream.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of help you take it back a couple steps, because when we say, I don't know, we're in our head. We're in our head. So I'm going to help you take it back a little bit. When he appeared in the dream, what was the environment like?
Free. It was on a bay in a boat.
It was on a boat.
Yeah. Like he was like the captain. I remember looking up, I could see he was wearing a flannel shirt, like captaining the boat and just going to it was just like a vacation. It was weird. It was really weird.
Okay, so when you saw this figure as a captain on a boat, it was like a vacation. Was it sunny? Was it dark? Was the water rough? Just kind
we were
of talk
leaving.
a little bit.
It was almost like dawn. It was like leaving nighttime and going into the sunrise.
It was leaving on a fun ride.
No.
Or
like going
leaving at
from
dawn.
night.
So you're leaving at dawn, and it's kind of going for a fun ride?
I think she said sunrise.
Oh, sunrise. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So are you on the boat?
Yeah.
Or are you an observer?
No, I'm on the boat. Meaning he's not necessarily the captain. It's just like a small boat, and it's just kind of like looking at the person driving the boat. And then I realized who the person was. Yeah.
Okay. So now that you realize who the person was, what is this person feeling? So kind of take yourself out. What is this person feeling as they're in the boat?
In control, I feel like, and like protective almost. It was not necessarily, because I don't remember the dream before that. It just was. That's what I remember right before I woke up. Just being on a boat, going towards the sunrise. Okay. And I know how that could be construed, but I mean, I think it's my subconscious because I've opened up and not wanting to. You never want to repeat past mistakes, and I'm certainly not looking for love in the moment. But at the same time, seeing that there is, having not talked in 10 years, people are capable of change, and I feel as though I felt guilty for sharing the reality of my life, thinking it would be judged, and this person was more of a protective,
Okay, so with this dream image, you felt protected?
Yeah.
And not judged.
Right. But in real life,
and
I feel that way, yeah. I feel like I should have overshared. In real life, I feel like, I've known that I feel like I've overshared,
I'm sorry, what does that mean when you feel you've overshared?
And just, not everybody is able to handle, like, the truth of certain situations. So when you've been in, like, a relationship for a few years and it hasn't gone anywhere, and you tell the reality, it makes me feel ashamed.
So this person has been able to handle the information.
Yeah. Even though I might have thought otherwise in reality.
Okay. Because what I'm trying to understand is the relationship with this person. I think you mentioned there's a transition. There was some, it was kind of an abusive relationship.
Not with this person, but with my current relationship. I'm not looking for a relationship, but for me to remember my dream so vividly and know exactly who was in it was like sort of alarming to me this morning.
Okay, so this is the person that you do have a good relationship with.
Yeah, we haven't spoken in so long. We just reconnected a few months ago. Just friendly.
Okay. So, I'm wondering if this is kind of a desire. It's kind of a desire dream where it would be wonderful to be on water in a boat, emotions. Water kind of represents emotions. And you're on a boat. I didn't get that it was a stormy, I didn't get that there was any stormy, rocky waters, but that it was a nice flow on a boat. This person is not necessarily the captain, but in charge.
Right.
Someone that is able to handle themselves. And
the
so
reality.
In waking life, this person is able to...
Yeah, the reality of it. Yeah.
So in waking life, they're able to handle themselves and they're in control of their own life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and then so that reconnection, I'm wondering, I think the dream body is saying, this is what you would like. This seems really nice to feel protected, to feel someone is in charge, someone isn't going to judge, and so it's feeling good.
Like on the same wavelength. Yeah, that's what I took from it too, like the same wavelength. But in the past, like I said, I woke up a little discombobulated because number one, I don't remember my dreams, but number two, we're not in constant communication. So for me to remember, it was like weird. Yeah. And at the same time, wasn't sure if it was a warning because not a warning. I don't know how to explain it, but obviously
I know exactly what you mean. It's a dream because I kind of think of it as the dream body and the waking self. So the dream self and the waking self. And it seems like the medicine here, the dream self is saying, wouldn't this be nice? Isn't this nice to feel safe and protected and someone who's in control? Now, I can't always say that it's going to be this person, but what I'm feeling is the dream self is giving you messages of, doesn't this feel good? Doesn't this feel safe? And the emotions aren't rocky, and it's going in a direction of the sunrise. It's going into the direction of light beginning to come above the horizon of being coming. So for me, it's kind of like a desiring. It's kind of it's there, it's there, and kind of meditate into that sunrise perhaps, and because the light will get brighter and brighter, and truly, show you what is going to make you feel better, what feels good. Again, it might not be from this person, but it's what this person represents in our dream life, in our dreaming world.
And I know
does that kind of help?
Yeah, because I know I'll never find that happiness if I don't get through this dark cloud, if you will. With the sale of the property, severing of ties, it's just up in
the
life.
Dream, absolutely. The dream self is saying, "Ooh, it's on the horizon. It looks like the sun is coming up."
Thank you.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you for helping me with it. I really appreciate it.
Beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. We're glad that you called. Thank you for calling in. I hope you enjoyed your first time experience with us.
I will be sure to listen in again.
Okay. Thanks. Bye-bye, Sue. Have a good evening. God bless.
You too.
Okay, so we've got about 45 seconds left.
Yes.
And so, Marin, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I think we had
I look forward to this.
So
I really look forward to it.
I appreciate that. So I do have an announcement to make. I actually have a website. Yes, I have a website. And yes, it is up. So I'm going to give the address to my website. It's goodgollymissholly.biz. Its website again is goodgollymissholly.biz, and you can book a reading from me on the website. Okay? So again, thank you so much for everybody that was listening to us. Please like us on Blog Talk. You can also listen to other episodes on Blog Talk and Spreaker. And we will see you soon. Good night, everybody.
Good night.